Greetings, everyone. Chinese civilization is where 5,000 years of history flow seamlessly into the wave of modern innovation. From the earliest cultivation of millet in the Yellow River Basin to the vast rice fields along the Yangtze River, from oracle bone inscriptions to the characters scribed on the bamboo stripes, and from the imaginative designs of pottery to the casting of bronze vessels, Chinese civilization has woven an unbroken epic of human achievements throughout the ages. The four great inventions, paper making, printing, gunpowder, and the compass, not only promoted political, economic, cultural, and social progress in ancient China, but also greatly accelerated global human advancement after being introduced to the West. The Silk Road, serving as an important platform for exchange between multiple nationalities, ethnic groups, religions, and cultures, has facilitated cultural exchange and mutual learning between the East and the West. Today, timeless legacies find new expressions in the technological age. In this episode, we will explore the Forbidden City's transformation into the Digital Palace Museum, and the immortalization of Dunhuang's murals through digital preservation, and the retelling of Chinese myth in films that captivate global audiences. Our story begins within the magnificent Forbidden City, as the seat of supreme power for over 5 centuries. It was the political and ceremonial heart of the nation, and the royal residence for 24 emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties. The site became the Palace Museum in 1925, commonly known as Gugong in Chinese. After 6 centuries of turmoil and transformation, the palace gates have now opened to all. Today, the Palace Museum is defined by 3 timeless attributes: a classic model of ancient official architecture, a vivid embodiment of court life, and a gallery of exquisite artworks. Its priceless collections unlock insights into the rituals, governance, and craftsmanship that shaped a civilization. But it is more than just an ancient palace or museum. It is a bridge between history and modern life. Guided by the spirit of innovation and openness, great efforts have been made to bring cultural heritage to life, enabling people to experience its relevance in the present and making the Forbidden City the People's Museum. Through digital technologies, international exhibitions, and creative products, it now invites the entire world in, weaving ancient majesty with modern creativity. From over 1.86 million collected items in the Palace Museum, the high-definition digital images of over 100,000 relics are specifically selected by the museum's Digital Relics Library, established in 2019 for free online exhibition. All these cultural relics are comprehensively categorized by medium, form, and historical period. You can zoom in on the fine brushwork of the Song Dynasty painting along the river during the Qingming Festival. Or you can rotate the 3D model of the lotus green square pot in the spring and autumn period and appreciate its engravings. In addition to the library, other digital products exhibiting cultural relics have been officially launched one by one, including the Digital Treasure Pavilion, the mini program of the Palace Museum, and apps like the Forbidden City 365, as the largest and best preserved ancient palace complex in China. The Palace Museum spans 720,000 square meters. Crave a tour of it? Check out the Panoramic Palace Museum on the museum's official website. This experience wraps you in 360-degree panoramic views. On this virtual tour, you can have the 600-year-old Forbidden City entirely to yourself. Take your time to scroll the golden tiled squares, peek into closed-off chambers, and linger at the dragon thrones, all from your couch. This is more than tourism. It is how Chinese civilization, empowered by technology, soars to every corner of the world. In order to expand its reach and deepen its impact, the museum has also developed over 10,000 cultural and creative products, ranging from souvenirs to practical items inspired by the Forbidden City's artifacts. This initiative not only makes cultural heritage more relatable, but also sparks public interest in traditional Chinese aesthetics. 2025 marks the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the Palace Museum. This cultural treasure, shared by humanity, is now shining with splendor in the contemporary era, awaiting your presence either online or offline. The Palace Museum stands as a monumental embodiment of the inherent order within Chinese civilization. While thousands of kilometers away, Dunhuang, a historic hub on the ancient Silk Road, unfolds a magnificent masterpiece of intercultural dialogue. There, amid its murals and sculptures, diverse cultural traditions converge, converse, and harmonize. From the 4th century, Dunhuang flourished as a melting pot of civilizations, where Han, Chang, Xiongnu, and other ethnic groups and communities intertwined, forging a unique culture that epitomizes unity in diversity. Spanning nearly 2,000 years, the cultural site of Dunhuang stands as one of the world's largest, longest-lasting, and best-preserved artistic treasure hubs in existence. The distinctive culture of Dunhuang is best represented by the Mogao Caves, also commonly known as the Thousand Buddha Caves. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the complex represents the great achievement of Buddhist art from the 4th to the 14th century. Nestled along the Silk Road, the Mogao Caves features 735 caves carved into a cliff, currently housing more than 2,000 colorful sculptures and 45,000 square meters of murals. The discovery of the Library Cave in 1900, together with the tens of thousands of relics and scriptures in 17 languages, has been acclaimed as one of the world's greatest discoveries of ancient Eastern culture. This significant heritage provides invaluable reference for studying the complex history of ancient China and Central Asia. The discovery also gives rise to Dunhuang studies, a significant global academic discipline that now integrates the humanities, sciences, and engineering, and encompasses research centered on ancient Dunhuang as well as modern technological conservation efforts for Dunhuang heritage. One of the technological conservation efforts to safeguard Dunhuang's fragile wonders is the Digital Dunhuang project launched in the late 1980s. In collaboration with the domestic and international universities and research institutions, the project aims to employ cutting-edge digital technologies, from high-resolution photography and 3D modeling to AI-powered pattern analysis, to achieve permanent preservation and sustainable use of Dunhuang cave relics. Empowered by the digital repository, millions of online visitors across the world can enjoy high-definition images and a panoramic tour of famous caves. High-resolution photography captures even the subtlest brushstrokes of flying apsaras, or Feitian, which is considered a symbol of the Mogao caves. Digital images were also used to create an immersive 8K high-resolution movie about the caves. In 2014, a digital film showcasing 7 famous caves was shown on the dome screen at a digital display center for the cultural heritage site. As a digital Dunhuang product, the film gives visitors an immersive viewing experience of the site's cultural relics. The virtual experiences represent just one facet of the project's impact. The underlying digital assets are fueling a new wave of innovation by, for instance, using AI to analyze the murals and providing open access databases for people around the globe to study Dunhuang's timeless beauty. Remember the library cave we mentioned just now? Its digital version was released in 2023. The platform employs AI-powered text recognition, image stitching, and knowledge mapping to enable global access to research materials and high-resolution images of the artifacts. Digital technology accomplishes for Dunhuang what the Silk Road once did. It builds bridges. The fusion of culture and technology not only amplifies Dunhuang's global visibility, but also fosters cross-civilizational dialogue, turning a once remote ancient treasure into a shared cultural heritage for all humanity. Now that we have seen the efforts made to bring new life to the cultural relics preserved within palace walls and the heritage sites distributed throughout the land, let's now turn to one of the most striking examples of how traditional Chinese narratives can thrive in today's global entertainment landscape. Comprising Nerja, Birth of the Demon Child, released in 2019, and Nerja Demon Child Conquers the Sea, released in 2025. The series has shattered multiple box office records in China and beyond, testifying to the capabilities of the Chinese film industry. To understand Nerja series' global resonance, I first invite you to explore its rich cultural roots. The hero originates from the 16th century Chinese mythological novel, Creation of the Gods, or Feng Shen Yan Yi in Chinese. In the original story, Nerja is the third son of military commander Li Jing and his wife Lady Yin, a rebellious child with extraordinary powers, yet destined for a life of conflicts. In traditional Chinese culture, he embodies both youthful defiance and moral courage, traits that resonate across generations. The films transform Nerja into a misunderstood demon child who struggles with prejudice, identity, and social injustice, and gradually finds a way through. His iconic line, "I'm the master of my own destiny," arouses emotional appeals in people across borders who value courage, self-discovery, and resilience. This narrative reconstruction, although mirrors the struggles of iconic Marvel characters like Spider-Man and Deadpool, remains rooted in Chinese Confucian virtues of loyalty and self-discovery. This shift turns Eastern philosophy into compelling storytelling, fostering global resonance through shared human experiences of identity and resilience. Besides the film series, especially Nerja, Demon Child Conquers the Sea, showcases a quantum leap in China's animation industry, boasting visuals and effects that rival those of Hollywood blockbusters. The film's production involved over 4,000 professionals. Nearly 80% of its 2,400 shots feature special effects, some of which took up to 3 years to perfect. The richness of Chinese culture is evident in almost every detail. The barrier beasts in the films have amused audiences worldwide. Their designs bear striking resemblance to the artifacts unearthed at the Shanxindui ruins. The design of armors of Nerja's parents incorporates Tao-tip motifs commonly found on the ritual bronzes from the Shang and Zhou dynasties. Even Tai Zhenren's playful Sichuan dialect adds authentic flair, making fantasy feel relatable. This fusion of heritage and technology has sparked a global phenomenon. Fans worldwide cosplay as their favorite characters, turning passive viewership into active participation. Literary heritage, when reimagined with innovation, becomes a universal language. In essence, the Nerja series is more than a blockbuster. It's a blueprint for cultural confidence in global storytelling. By integrating universal themes with Chinese aesthetics, it demonstrates how stories outside the Hollywood framework can captivate international audiences. From the Forbidden City's rebirth as a digital global gateway to the preservation of Dunhuang's culture and the global triumph of the Nerja series, China's creative endeavor exemplifies the transformative power of blending cultural heritage with cutting-edge innovation. This synergy not only safeguards fragile artifacts and narratives against the passing of time, but also democratizes access for all. From scholars in remote corners to families across continents, sparking love for Chinese culture and aesthetics and promoting dynamic dialogue. China is pioneering a new model of boosting cultural confidence. When ancient wisdom meets modern technology and innovation, the culture does not just survive, it thrives, inspiring global unity and creativity in an interconnected world.